First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? I got 2 questions now. What was the? I had one question. Hold on. Wait. I got 2 questions. First of all, um, Josh and what's his name? Vaughn. Josh and Vaughn. They said something. So did they know that the man was listening to them? Is that why? They said something at the end of their scene. I couldn't hear them. I could not hear them, so I don't know what they said. But yeah, I'm assuming they knew that he was still right there, or they seen the cameras or something, because he was looking on his phone at the cameras. I don't know if he was trying to verify that she gave the right code or what. Because I know at first Vaughn was telling Josh, what did you just do or whatever. Basically, she blew the whole thing. But then he made a comment, so I was like, okay, did they plan that? I don't know. Let me know down below. The second thing. What was the second thing? Was it about Alexis now? Dog it, I forgot. I should have wrote down the questions. Let me think. I know Sidwell said something about he's trying to use deception, he's trying to gain control. What was it? What was the last question I had? I can't remember, y'all. I cannot remember. I think is Rick down in the attic or something? I don't know, but either way you go, they foolish. They foolish. Now, you could have just wait, because he woke right up. He woke right up. I said, now, she's going to be double mad, triple mad, because first, you sit up here, you the one who cut the doggone brake wires or whatever. You caused her daddy to get in a wreck and almost die. Then you try to cover it up. You hired Cody to seduce Ava and all this other stuff, and she done caught feelings. Then now you knew that the crazy girl done hit him over the head, and you helped to put him down in a. They don't put this man look like in the attic or something. He up in the bed. They don't. They don't. I said, now why they look? They put something in his mouth to cover his mouth. Look like they tied him up to the bed and everything. And it look like he talking to somebody. Look like he's saying, get him out of there. So I'm like, who is he talking to? They don't set up. I said, now, there's so many crimes, y'all. They done committed so many doggone crimes. But I don't think that was the question I had to ask y'all. Maybe reading these notes will help me figure it out. But okay. So on today's new episode, we're going to start with Justin and Pascal. So he got her tied up and everything. By the time they show them, he got her tied up. He trying to question her. She over here acting all innocent, like she don't know what's what. But he ends up giving her the paperwork that shows that she's an agent and all that. So I'm wondering if he did a deep dive and found out that Jason is also, connected to her. Does he know who Jason is? Well, yeah, he was talking to her. She tried to play it off, but he revealed it, and she was like, what do you want? She was like, she may consider telling him something if she could see Vaughn. They brought Vaughn up in there. They don't be... Why he's leaned over like that? He was leaned all over and stuff. I was like, did they tase him or something the way he was sitting? So then they was like, tell us what we want to know or whatever. What does Brennan know? They just wanted to know how far Brennan done got. What information does he know? So he was like, he not telling them nothing. So they was just hitting him and stuff. Next thing you know, they had something up to his, I think they had it up to his head or whatever. I don't know what, if they was finna take him out or what. She over here telling us, no, don't do it or whatever. And she told him that everything about the mission is in his box or whatever. And they was like, they know that already. They want to know the code. So she told what the code was. Was that the right code? Because I don't know, did they expect that to happen? Did she give him the right code? But yeah, so after they left out, Vaughn was like, what did you do? Or whatever. Why did you do that? And she was like, they was trying to do something to him. But then he made a comment and she said the same thing. And I was like, okay, did they set that up or what? I was kind of confused by that. Because he was also outside listening. He was watching them on his little phone or whatever. He had cameras in there. Did they see the cameras? Is that why they did what they did or what? I don't know, y'all. But yeah, what else? Who else we got? Brennan, Anna, Corlett. So first it was Brennan and Anna. Anna was drunk. She called him or whatever, asking if he's heard from Josh or whatever. And he realized that she's drunk. He was like, he coming over there or whatever. So he ends up going over there. And he was telling her, let's go. You don't need to be out, in public. You done been drinking and stuff. And you asking about Jocelyn and, the secret. The mission's supposed to be a secret or whatever. So she kept going on. They went over there to sit down. She was telling him, basically, Carly going to be mad if something happens to her daughter. And I was like, right, exactly. The fact that you haven't heard anything, because he revealed he hadn't heard from Jocelyn. Obviously, something should be telling you something's wrong. She was like, stop being an agent for once. She was like, she went through so much being an agent. And he was like, everybody is not like you. They don't regret, being an agent. So they was just going back and forth. But she kept telling him, Carla's going to be mad if something happens. But yeah, she also told Brennan that her goddaughter in a coma or whatever. Then she started immediately talking about Josh. She was like, Carly going to feel some type of way. and everything. That's all they was talking about. Brandon and Corlette, she came in there. She was saying it's time to call the mission off. Hey, how you doing today? She done went in there to my son, it's time to call the mission off and everything. And tell my son something is wrong, something got to be wrong or whatever. And I was like, well, duh, you the one who sit up here. You the snitch. You the snitch. When he gonna realize if he get his head up? Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I was saying if he get his head out, Carly, but if he get his mind out, Carly, then he could see this lady is up to something. He gonna tell her, I done told you once about my personal life or whatever. The next time, that's gonna be the last thing you hear, basically threatening her or whatever. But yeah, she was like, it's time to call it off, you know, just telling him it's time to call it off. I said, I bet it is. You don't call the snitch to Pascal or whatever. And I know what else it was. I know Sidwell was involved. They revealed he was involved from the jump. But is he the main dude in charge or what? But yeah, what else? I think the last thing he told her is basically, if he had to tell her again to stay out his business, then she gonna pay the price. So he went to the house. He asked Corlette what she was doing there, because Corlette went to Sidwell's house. And that's when she was like, they was talking about Maxie. He did something to Maxie. It was confirmed. I knew it. He put something in there. They planning on taking over Deception and doing something with it, using that as did they say a compound or something? No, they said thanks for the compound. I don't know. I forgot. Either way it go, he planned on getting full control of Deception and using the company to, I'm assuming, push out them products and whatever he into. I knew it. I told y'all it was that product. I told y'all that he was up to something. He trying to gain. That's why the whole Sonny situation. Excuse me. That's why the whole Sonny situation. He was trying to get Sonny up out of there. And I said he had to be the one to mess with Sonny money or whatever. His accountant or whoever he said, the dude that be cleaning the money or making sure the money clean or whatever he said. What they said, I wonder if Johnson actually gave the bad guy the extra combination to bring this say. That's what I said. I was wondering the same thing because they said something. It's like they were speaking in code or something. But yeah, I said, look at you, done got in trouble. Done got your tail in trouble. But hopefully they was both playing him. I said they better think of something fast. Don't they get trained for this stuff? Better take them down or something. But yeah, what else? What was we talking about? Was we talking about Corlette now? No, we talking about Sidwell. Sidwell over here, he was talking to Lucy. Lucy was, struggling because of the whole Maxie situation. He told my son, yeah, I watched it or whatever. So what he said, I said, you did it. Before they confirmed it. I've been saying he did it. It was confirmed on today's episode. He the one who did it. Said her big mouth. See? Oh my goodness. But they tried to warn her about it. They want to do business, but she was having doubts about doing business with him. But yeah, I'm wondering now that Maxie gone and she has control, how is he gonna get more control of the session or get full control? How is he gonna manage to do that? I don't know, but yeah, they better figure him out soon, because this man, him and Drew. But now y'all know how Danny and Rocco are supposed to find the body. Rick is stored up in the doggone he's stored up in the attic, look like, or somewhere. So who body is gonna be? Drew? I don't know, because Sonny on tomorrow's episode saying that Drew gonna pay or somebody gonna pay. We assuming that's Drew though. But yeah, let me see. I wasn't even looking at my notes, y'all. I already said y'all's playing like she innocent. Pascal knows who she is. Anna calls Brennan. Asks for update. Lucy talks about Maxie to Sidwell, and he invited her. To spend the night. I said, now what he trying to do to her? I said, don't you take your tail over here with this man at? I said, he gonna store you down in one of them rooms. All them, what's it called? They be having that storage passage and stuff. Hey, how you doing today? I said, won't nobody be able to find you? Don't you take your tail nowhere near this man. But yeah, Lucy said that people are talking, saying that their products are deadly. Ava said that she goes down and Christina goes down too because Alexa came. They just sent Rick post up. I said, Poe Rick just sit on the floor. The whole episode, they done left the man. She was like, did y'all check to see if he breathing? So Christina said, don't you put your fingers on him. I said, don't you touch nothing. She done got rid of the car and stuff, stored it somewhere. And I was like, these people, they some bad criminals. They suck. They might as well went to Sunny before all this got out of hand. They done made it even worse because Rick crazy. Rick gonna make sure everybody pay. I said, now y'all done adding more charges. I'm good. How did you enjoy your birthday? It was okay. I didn't do nothing. I really just got some rest, was watching videos and stuff like that. That Saturday before my birthday, I went and got some freebies from if you seen the video, you know, the little cake, nothing but cake. I went to Ulta and got the little perfume or whatever, but that's it. I was just relaxing, but it was okay. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, they don't add it on additional crime. I was like, these fools. Now, at first, I was like, I know they ain't finna go dump this body in the dog water. Either way it go, they don't add it on additional crimes. He's screaming for help and stuff. He's about to tell somebody to help him and stuff. What else? Let's see. Let's see. We already talked about Anna Corlett. Oh, snitch and tell. She sneaks in Brennan's office and tries to access the safe. I said, now I hope he got a camera. Somebody needs some doggone cameras around here. I said, I hope he got cameras so he could catch her and put two and two together. That's why she was trying to ask him information to myself. You didn't tell me, you know, anything about what's going on or whatever. He don't need to. Artist says he will invite Lucy to spend the night. Molly tells Michael about Cody and Ava and Christina paying Cody and stuff like that. And he sit there and he acted like he did not know. He acted like he didn't know all this. And I said, Molly finna get ready to cut ties with everybody. Molly finna cut ties with everybody. Then I was thinking, I was like, you know, she heard Alexis threatening Drew and stuff like that. Do y'all think she would try to protect her daddy? Not protect her daddy. She would try to feel some type. Never mind. I can't even get it out. Never mind. Let me see. But yeah, he sat up there like he did not know. And I said, Molly, everybody, you just can't trust nobody at this point. Christina, she's probably confronting her, I think on tomorrow's episode, saying she knows what she did to her daddy or whatever and stuff like that. She's talking about some paying Cody. She don't know all the extra stuff. I said, she finna move out of Alexis' house. She finna be mad at everybody. But what else? Let's see. Let me see what time it is. It's 2:59. Okay, I got time. Let me see. I already said they was beating up Vaughn. They wanted the box. We was talking about Michael and Molly, how she was just expressing her feelings, saying she took Michael's advice, but that's when she walked in on Cody and Ava. They hadn't actually slept together or anything, but they was about to. And he was making excuses for Christina, saying maybe she really did care about you, and maybe that is the reason why she was paying him, and yada yada yada. And I said, the fact that you know that's not true, and you over here playing in her face, I was like, nah, can't nobody be honest around here. But yeah, they was also talking about Drew, the fact that he gonna give us coming to him and stuff like that. And y'all know, anytime they get to talking like that, something get ready to happen. Anytime they get to talking like that, something's going to happen. Because yesterday Alexis was talking about, you know, something happening to him and stuff. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Molly said she was just starting to trust Christina, and that's when Michael was making excuses. Corliss talked to Sidwell. He wants control of deception. They try to use deception for their benefit or whatever. Like I've been saying it from the jump. I knew it. I think that was everything. They didn't show Curtis and them today. I think that was everything, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. That was it. Not too much happened. We just found out that Sidwell, the one behind it, but we knew that. A lot of us was saying that. We found out that he trying to get control of deception. I said, now I want to know, what percentage did he ask for of the company? But yeah, I want to know, because he got one damn Maxie, but now he got to get Tracy and Lucy, right? I think so, but yeah, I think he definitely had something to do with Sonny's accounting and all that money stuff. I think he did something. I think he got to whoever was in charge or something like that. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day.